Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Yo, what is up, guys? It's your main man, KiddStan. Today we are back with another Finesse Kid video. So guys, as you guys can tell by the title, today we are going to be looking at One Piece Redemption once again. But today we aren't going to be looking at the actual game, which is something that we haven't done in a while, but we will do soon, guys. Don't worry, we will look at the actual game soon. But today I actually wanted to go over some cool ideas discussed, cool concept that was discussed about being put into the game and have been confirmed that they will be put into the game. And this is something that's actually very interesting. I feel like you guys would really look into this, or you guys would really like this idea. So basically, they wanted to do another test session, but what they wanted to do was come up with classes that they decided they wanted to add to the game, and they did it here. And actually what I realized is that they had pinned all the main classes, or all the classes that they intend on adding into the game, right? So we're going to be looking at these pinned messages in a few of my DMs with mine guy that we've gone over, right? So this is actually something I really found interesting, because there's a lot of concepts, as you guys can see here, that we can expect to see in the game, which is really cool, because you know, a lot of One Piece games don't really focus on like specialists or classes, I guess you could say, or occupations or jobs. They really just specialize on Delve Fruits and fighting styles. That's really what most One Piece games nowadays are: Delve Fruit simulators or fighting style simulators. But this game, they've decided, you know, along with not only having a story mode, but they decided they actually want to add classes and occupations. So here we can say that they decided that the main classes are navigator, chef, shipwright, doctor, musician, and mechanic. Now, we don't know exactly what they will be able to do in game, but you kind of have an idea of what they'll be capable of doing, just based off of, like, you know, the anime and what we can see here. They did make clear that, you know, it's like ships and stuff, boats and all that nonsense are going to have HP and be damageable. Not only that, they'll be also sinkable. So obviously that's going to have a huge part in the shipwright's ability to patch up those boats and obviously heal it and maybe give it more armor, I'd assume, along with the navigator, which will maybe come with a compass so that you can actually figure out what direction you need to go to get from island to island, because the islands are actually the islands are actually spaced out so that, you know, so that it's not like all bunched up together next to each other. You actually have to go some distance in order to get between island to island. It's not just like one of those One Piece games where you can kind of just dash over to an island to, you know, like to travel. You actually gonna have to take a boat. So I feel like that's going to be one of the things that will help. Chef obviously will make food. You know, doctors will probably heal people. I feel like musicians will probably give buffs, like, you know, like maybe like faster regen or faster damage, something like that. I feel like that's what musicians will probably do. And mechanics, I'm not sure what mechanics will do, if I'm being honest. I have no idea. Maybe it's a concept that has something to do with another concept that they plan on adding to the game. But that's just the main classes I wanted to get into. So here we have immovable, which is a tank. You have merchant, witch doctor, historian, navigator, survivalist, specialist, sprinter, thief, ninja, glutton, and beast tamer. So I'm assuming, alright, so they did go over some of the classes here in the description, so we'll be able to look at them here. So beast tamers will be able to tame wild beasts and allow you to summon them. Poseidon allows you to tame sea kings and ride them. This can only be learned if you are born with the rare perk. So That's actually pretty cool. Beast Tamer is kind of like what I would think of what Shanks can do, or Kaido. There we go, Kaido. I would think of something that Kaido can do. Those guys who can kind of like, you know, tame beasts, you know, like just kind of glare at a beast and the beast will be submissive to them. Not, you know, I feel like that's also something that has to do with hockey, I believe, but you know, I feel like hockey would probably knock him out, but this will kind of just like intimidate the beast and let them know like what's up. Be like, yo, you better not mess with me, like I'll mess you up. So I'm assuming that this game is also going to have wild beasts roaming. Obviously, I've seen some of the Sea Kings, so I didn't know that they'd actually have like, you know, straight up beasts just roaming and stuff like that. I understand they have NPCs that you can fight for like quests and stuff, but it's nice to know that they are going to have wild beasts also that you will be able to apparently tame, and you could also summon them to go send after people. Now with the Poseidon perk, I feel like that's really cool too. That's definitely like an OP perk. I feel like someone who has that would be able to just completely like destroy in naval battles. Like I would not want to be in a naval battle against someone who has the Poseidon perk, dude. Especially if you have a devil fruit, you're basically done for. That's like literally such an OP advantage. If you guys didn't know, the princess from Fishman Island has this perk, so I'm assuming that's where they got it from, and she's able to communicate with Sea Kings and be able to ask them for help and stuff like that. So I'm assuming it says you can tame Sea Kings and ride them. So you see, this one says tame wild beasts and allow you to summon them. So I'm assuming tame them means you'll be able to, you know, stop them from attacking you and also summon them to attack other people. Next, we have the ninja class, able to disappear in a cloud of smoke, gives the user invisibility for 7 seconds, and then clone jutsu or jitsu, 2-3 clones that mimic your movements. Clones don't damage the targets. So you'll have different clones. It kind of sucks that they don't damage targets, because that'll be pretty cool to have. So we just pulled up some Naruto stuff, Shadow Clone Jutsu, where, you know, like the clones will kind of mimic you. So I guess like ninja will be more of a strategic class for the game, which will determine, you know, different concepts of, you know, just kind of like finessing your way through the different fighting styles and everything in PvP. It's not something that I would say is straight up just raw power. You know, it's like I said, it's very strategic, or find a way to maybe like, you know, go kill people, like maybe assassinate people, or just straight up just using a fight. Maybe you have like maybe you're like down at really low HP, but you have an OP move that you know you could kill off the other enemy with, but it's on a cooldown. You know, you drop a clone jutsu real quick, and then they won't know which one is you, or you just go into your smoke cloud. You just disappear for 7 seconds while you're waiting for that cooldown to go down, and boom, use that one shot move that you got to turn the tables, and you know you win. You know, that's something that I feel like it would be used for, like just a strategic way of looking at it for PvP.
Please don't throw your love.